Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I've got another vlog entry, and behind me here is the Tama Club Jam Mini drum set, which I've done past few videos about. So what I'm going to do today, actually not till a little bit later on this evening, is actually take this kit over to my little drum room and bring my Imperial Star back here, and I'm going to do it via zip car. So that's the adventure we're going to go on today. But man, last night I had the worst toothache. I just got a root canal like last Tuesday, and it hurt really bad like that day, or the next day actually. It was really bad, and but then it went away and it was okay. But then last night I ate like a chicken salad, and I think I bit on like a little part there on the, because it's not completed yet, the root canal. It's got the temporary filling in there, and whatever I did, it just like triggered a nerve reaction in my mouth, and like basically my whole mouth was in severe pain all night. I could barely sleep, which really sucked, but starting to feel a little bit better now, thankfully. So hopefully that'll be the end of that. I really don't want to have to go back, at least until I have to get the rest of the root canal completed, because man, I've been going to the dentist a lot lately and I'm not having fun with that at all. All right, so here we go on another Brooklyn drummer pandemic adventure. Walking up to get a zip car, and yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the Tama Club Jam Mini over to my studio, bringing my Imperial Star back to my apartment, and then also gonna run up to Ronan's in Williamsburg and pick up some cymbals that I left at his place a while ago. So, got the car for 4 hours. That should be good enough. Anyway, it's hot. Nice though. Tooth is still killing me, though not as bad as before. Man, this year, man. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. There's been a lot of good things about it too.
Use light protection all over to conserve freshness. Use maximum protection.
Alright, here we are again in the zip car. Well, I say again because I have done another video like this before. Maybe some of you saw it already. But man, it's hot. So I'm just gonna head back to my apartment, and does it have a backup camera? Yeah, it does. Victor's gonna help me get the drum set. Sorry for the blinding shot there. The sun's right in the window. Whew. That AC's got a kick on. It is hot, man. Really hot. Well, this time the zip car was here. I didn't have to wait for the guy or anything. It was just there. I actually got a couple minutes early. I don't know if I'll get charged for that or not. But zip car is like, I mean, I like the concept, but it's really not very good. It's like, they're never there when you need them. I mean, I lucked out today, but most of the time, they're not available. I was able to get it today because it's like evening. But if you try to get one in the day, it's like really impossible unless you reserve it like a month ahead of time. And before there used to be this thing in New York called Car2Go, these little smart cars, and it was great. They were just parked all over the place, and you just needed an app to unlock them. But they closed down. I'm not really sure why. And sorry for the background noise. I have the AC blasting right now. It's just really hot, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pause for now. Be back later. Okay, I'm back in the studio, and actually today is the following day from what you guys just saw, and yeah, it's a pretty big mess in here. I was able to move the Imperial Star out, and now I have all these symbols and bags and cases, and the Tama Club Jam Mini all here. So I'm gonna set this all back up, but I think once I get it done, it should be better and have a little more space than I did before. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm all set up. Well, except for mics, but the drums. And as you may have noticed, I have all Evans hydraulics on here. Snare, toms, kick drum, and everything. And I am really, really impressed with how this thing is sounding. It sounds huge, actually, and it's tiny. I can't believe it. I mean, I have it tuned pretty low, and my thought behind the hydraulics was I'd put a really thick head on them to kind of make them sound warm and a little thuddier and bigger than they really are. And actually, it really worked quite well. I'm gonna set up the mics, and so you guys can hear how it actually sounds recorded. And but I'm really loving it. It's a lot of fun to play, and it looks great. I love the look of the heads. I got reds on the toms and then blue on the kick drum and the snare drum. And the kick drum sounds killer. It's like really, really good. It sounds, I might kind of like it better than my bigger kick, honestly. I'm really impressed with it. So I'm gonna set up some mics. This time I'm going to do a little bit of a different miking technique. I wanna do the Glyn Johns miking technique. And after I get that set up and show you guys some of it, I might as well show you guys how to do that as well, if you're not familiar with that. But there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it, but I'll go over it briefly after I do this, just to show you guys what that technique actually entails. And you may have noticed too, I've got a couple of my other cymbals on here. Some of my Pisces. Got my old 402 hi-hats here that I've had for a really long time. And these cymbals, they keep sounding better the longer I have them. This is a PST-5 rock crash that I took a ball peen hammer to and dented it up from the bottom side, and it actually sounds really cool. And surprisingly, it sounds pretty similar to this Classics Custom Dark, which kind of has a similar type of hammering on it, but this came from the factory this way. This one I did myself. But it kind of sounds pretty similar, but they're both 16s. I kind of like having the smaller crashes on here, and then I have the 20-inch Pisty 505 ride cymbal. So yeah, I'm gonna set up the mics and then we'll do some recording. Maybe I'll record to a song. I've got a MANASOTA song that I've been meaning to record some drums to, so maybe I'll do that, but we'll see. Okay, as promised, here's a quick explanation of the Glyn Johns drum miking technique. As you'll notice, I have a snare mic there, and then there's an overhead. I'm using my Shure KSM 32, forgot the name. I'm gonna do a review of this mic very soon because this thing is amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing. And over here to the right, I've got a Shure SM57. You'll notice kind of pointing this way, sideways. Now and then also I have the Beta 52 on the kick over there. But what you want to do is make sure you have your overhead the same distance, roughly, away from your snare, and it's kind of pointed directly down at the snare drum as the side mic over here. So the way that this works is your overhead, this overhead kind of picks up your tom 1 and hi-hats and your crash and snare and like overall ambience of the kit and ride and everything. Well, where I have my ride is pretty close to this side anyway, so of course it's going to pick up quite a bit from that mic. And then this mic is going to get your floor tom, these cymbals in this area, you know, more of an ambience on this side of the kit and more of a kick drum ambience. And I think it sounded really nice. I was actually very impressed with that sound. I recorded everything in Reaper. I haven't mixed it yet, but I listened to it on the headphones here and I thought it sounded great. So yeah, I am really, really impressed with this drum set, this Tama Club Jam Mini, and I have the add-on set. And it did save me a little space in the room. Not quite as much as I thought it would. But one really good thing about it is my Imperial Star, the kick drum, was so long that it really didn't give me the ability to move my kick drum mic away from the kick drum at all, which I like to do. You know, I like to have it about a foot away, or, you know, I don't think I have it a foot away, but maybe 4 to 6 inches or something like that. But on that one, my old kit, I had it pretty much right up against it, and that was as far away as I could get it. And I just think overall, it actually sounds really great. The thinner kick drum gives, even though I don't have a hole, gives a little bit more attack on the mic, and I like that too, because it's always kind of a challenge to get attack from only a resonant side mic'd kick drum. And I don't like to put a hole. Like, some people like the hole, but it's just, I don't like the way it feels, and I don't like the way it sounds in the room. I prefer no hole. So to me, it works really good. Anyway, that is that. I think I'm gonna head home now and mix this. But anyway, I might as well sign off this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been really fun doing this one. Took a couple days, but it's completed now, the setup, at least for the time being. You know, I tend to change things up quite a bit, as you've probably seen by now. But I really like this. So now I have to figure out what exactly I'm going to do with that Imperial Star. You know, the space is limited, so that's always a concern for me. And I have more gear on the way, so I'm not really sure yet, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and click like and the bell icon. And check out anthillrecordings.bandcamp.com, my record label, if you want to hear more music like what you just heard. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see y'all really soon.